Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome to my recovered YouTube channel that's been hacked since like last August. I'm so excited. Welcome. My name is Jennifer West-Granahan. Okay. This is my YouTube channel. We talk about mindset. We talk about wholesaling. I'm super excited to do this interview today. Okay, because this man is going to validate on another level why mindset is so important and how it really shifted his life in a beautiful direction. Okay, so I'm hearing like a little bit of reverb on the video. I don't know if it's because maybe on your end it might be too loud.
Too loud? Let me turn it down. How about that?
But we just keep it real. Testing. Okay, so we're good. All right, so I'm gonna have Mr. Quintin introduce himself, where he's from, first of all, and then he'll tell you how he met me, and we'll do the whole story, and then your journey on where you are now and how you used mindset. And I'm gonna give you the floor, bro. Take the floor. Let's inspire. First of all, second of all, this video was really meant to inspire you. Okay, I hope this message finds you well. This is meant to let you know that wherever you are, you could totally turn your life around. You are not stuck, man. You are not stuck, okay? And if Quintin did not change his mind, he would not be where he is today, okay? Change his mindset, rather, and implement. So I'm ready to give him the floor, okay? He actually, let me just rewind, because I was doing a live probably at the airport, probably like a month and a half ago, okay? And I was talking about mindset because I told you guys this year, the higher power told me, Jennifer, I've been getting so much validation. Quintin being one of those validations, saying, like punching me in the face, that I need to really speak on mindset and really take it to the next level. And he joined my live. And then I'll have him take it from there, because it's his story to tell, okay? He just joined it, and he made me happy as hell. So yeah, Quintin, you have the floor, my friend.
Okay. Well, my name is Quintin. Everybody calls me Q. I'm from the Bronx, New York, and I wholesale in New York, mainly Westchester and Putnam County, and I just expanded into Raleigh, North Carolina.
Woo!
Got my first contract signed in Raleigh last night. Let's go.
I love it.
So yeah, business is doing good. Business is doing good. I'm looking to expand, snatch up some rentals, create some passive income for myself, and continue to grow.
Yes, brother. Congratulations on that expansion to North Carolina, brother.
Thank you. Yeah.
I hear that that's a damn good market.
Yeah. No, it is. It is a good market. It is a good market. A lot of good things are happening in South Carolina and North Carolina as well.
Yeah, in South Carolina too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's rewind and let's say how you and I initially connected.
Okay. So I watched Brian Rigbu's YouTube channel, and you were on his YouTube channel, and you was talking about mindset. You were just talking about everything, and you were from New York, and this is like when I just started pretty much wholesaling. Like I was just starting out. I was a couple of months in, didn't have any deals going, frustrated, and then I heard, this Long Island girl talk about she's crushing it, she's killing it. So I'm like, I need to get in tune. And you had a program, and I called the number that you had to set up initial,
phone call.
Yeah, call.
Sure,
yeah,
like
call.
I like to and then the people I'm working with are serious, so that's why.
Yeah, and then we was talking, and we had like everything was going great, and I had a deal lined up because I was gonna no, it was in Ohio, but Florida, Ohio.
Okay.
That's what you get mixed up.
I was half right.
That's what you get mixed up. Yeah. Okay. But so that deal fell through, so I was not able to join your program, but the nuggets that you left just from that call impacted my life. So like, yeah, so I could only imagine if I would have joined your program. Like, I'll probably be 10 steps ahead of where I'm at right now if I would have actually.
No, but you took just the little things, because this is what happens. When I get on a phone call, I get very passionate, especially, like, I have certain questions that I ask, but if I'm dealing with someone who my soul feels like they need to hear something because they're really quiet on the other side and they're just soaking it all in, my soul knows to talk about really the metaphysics side of mindset and letting you know that you're a co-creator. Okay, so I usually give people homework. Like, I'll tell people books to read. I'll tell them to start like a gratitude journal. Like, I'll give a whole lesson on that phone call if I feel that they're going to receive it. And I told you a couple of things. I think one of the things that you told me on the IG live was that I told you that you are a limitless being.
Yeah.
And I told you to write that on some place, a mirror in your house. And on the Instagram live, you showed me the darn mirror that said, I am limitless. Right?
That is true. Journal and everything. Yep.
So what are some of the mindset aspects that you have been implementing that you feel has given you that shift to, because first of all, tell them a little bit about your background from what, where you were, and then your shift in your mindset, and then your journey to where you are now, because it's a totally different path.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how deep you want me to go, because I could go real deep.
Keep it simple.
Huh?
I like deep, bro, but keep it simple.
All right, so let's go deep. We could go back. I was incarcerated, right? And I knew about real estate because I read a ton of books in there, and I read a lot about real estate books, but I didn't have the mindset to receive that information correctly. So I know I read something about wholesaling, but I just didn't have the mindset to implement it, or I just didn't think it would work. I think it wasn't for me. I thought, nobody's gonna want to sell a house to a felon. Nobody's just making a bunch of excuses.
Right.
So when you have poor mindset, that's what you do. You talk yourself out of things.
Right.
So then just going on my journey, just finally finding out about wholesaling, and you know what, I'm gonna take the plunge. I'm gonna try it out, and then it was still something missing. And I just couldn't figure it out. It was something missing. I'm a hustler, so I go out, I grind every day. I'm a big action taker. I hit the floor running. As soon as you tell me to do something, I go do it. That's just my nature. Yeah. But it was still something missing, and I couldn't figure it out until I really got on that call with you. And even you was telling me, like I said on the live, I kind of wasn't. At first, I wasn't receptive to it. Because it just sounded like, mumbo jumbo. It kind of sound, to me, it just sounded like that. And you was telling me, no, bro, I'm telling you, this is real. You're a co-creator. You got to take control of your life. You know how you told Jen. So you was on the call and you was just letting me know, yo, bro, nah, you're a co-creator. You create your universe. You create your reality. Yeah. So if you think you're not gonna do any deals, you're not gonna do any deals. Right. You gotta go out there. And I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. Let me just listen to Jen. And it all started with that I am limitless on the mirror. Honestly, I would tell myself that every morning. I would wake up, go when I brush my teeth, get out the shower, brush my teeth, and tell myself, I am a limitless being. I am a limitless being, or I am limitless. And I would say that to myself multiple times, and then I started believing it, and I am a limitless being. Whatever I set my mind to, I can achieve. And then I listened to you some more, started following you real heavy on IG and YouTube, and started the gratitude journal. Started reading.
Right, you told me that.
Yeah, started reading books, and yes. Self-development books.
Eating your mind, man, and your soul.
Yeah, just soaking everything in, and really getting in tune, with my inner self and with the universe, and just really taking control of my life and saying I am what I think.
100%. And because what that does, okay, the reason why this is so important to me to speak on, and the reason why I'm so grateful and happy that you joined that live when I was in the airport, because it validated that I do need to talk about this more. And I'm just so passionate about it, because what happens is people are constantly looking outside for their happiness, for their abundance, meaning outside of themselves. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's so much noise. You have so much noise, but you don't realize that you need to just look within the power. I know that if you're not a spiritual being yet, you're not evolved yet, okay, because Quintin wasn't 100% there when I was on the phone with him, okay, but he was open to it. He was open to it, okay? I was like, bro, this is not hocus pocus docus. I promise you, this is science, bro, okay? And when you get aligned and you're aligned with your soul, and you truly understand that you are a co-creator with the higher power, whoever you believe in, and then you start to set that intention, and then you get clear on what you want to achieve, okay? And then you ask the higher power for guidance, and you start taking action, you're gonna start to see things come, and opportunities, people and circumstances come your way to bring that desire to fruition, okay? And gratitude, the gratitude journal is super powerful, because what that allows you to do, and what it's having you do, is it's having you, number one, focus on the good in your life. When you focus
Amen.
on, right? When you focus
Yeah.
on the good, you get more
Good.
good,
Yeah.
okay? Instead of, and then gratitude is a high frequency, okay? There are high and low frequencies. High frequencies are love, happiness, joy. Low, worry, anxiety, depression, okay? And when you're in a state of gratitude, it opens you up to receive. It's like a magnet. Like, this is science, guys. Like, legitimately, everyone, you ever meet someone and you could, like, if you're in tune, you could feel their energy, and you're like, oof, yeah. Oh my God, like, I need, that's too deep, too heavy. That person's not for me. I got to go. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That
like,
true.
Energy does not lie. And if you're hearing something, calling your spirit and telling you, like, I'm meant for more, you know, this is not it. Like, you have to dive deep and get quiet and listen to it. And that's where what Quintin is saying right now, that helped him shift, because he was listening to me like,
Yeah,
I
was calling. I just wanted wholesale tips. I was
right, okay.
I just want to know how I find a deal.
Right, okay.
You talk about
right, but the reason why this is so important is because once you are aligned from within and you have the proper mindset, what does it do? It opens you up.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Quintin, he just told you he opened up in North Carolina. Okay, like, he's expanding his business from someone who was, like, stuck, and he was hustling. And I know that because I'm an action taker. And that was the same with me. I was like, boom, 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 boom. But, like, I felt like I had the right mindset. I think I was diluting my energy. I feel like I was diluting my energy, and then I wasn't, whatever. This is not about me. I feel like that, like, my mindset was, like, right, but it was off. It was off. So I was all over the place. So let's get back to Quintin, man, because, like, the whole point of this, okay, is to inspire you to understand that you need to focus on within. Yes, you need to take action, strategy, and tactics. You know, obviously you can't sit in a dark room and hope and pray that you stand across the world, right?
That's not alignment. No, you got to align yourself. It's about alignment.
Yes, man. Like, I can't believe how evolved you are, bro. Like,
no, it's deep. It's deep. Like, I got my eye mask with the earbuds in it, and I listen to nothing but, you know, like, put me on a higher frequency. Like, you know.
Are you listening to, like, beta waves and frequency waves, or do you have a book that you want to recommend to people?
Well, I have a few books. I have As a Man Thinketh. That was a good book. And that's a book that somebody recommended to me a long time ago. And it's a short read, and I just never read it. Like,
you weren't ready. You weren't ready.
I wasn't ready. Yeah, I wasn't ready.
Okay, you weren't ready. The thing.
Yeah. Like, you could have, I think I said this in a live earlier on the text. You can have all the information in the world, but with the wrong mindset, it means nothing. You won't get anywhere with all that information. And I say not to get political and anything. I'm not neither Democrat thing, but just think about the president now. He is not the smartest man in the world, but his mind, you cannot tell him he's not going to win. You cannot tell him he's a loser.
Right.
And that's why he is who he is and how he got to where he got to, you know, and you could be the smartest person in the room. You could be this, but if you don't have that mindset that I'm a winner, that, yo, I could do whatever I put my freaking mind to and that nothing can stop me, I'm an unstoppable force, then what's the point? Like, what's the point? Like, you're not gonna get to your full potential. You'll never reach a zenith without your mindset.
100%. 100%. So now, I mean, are there certain things on a day-to-day basis that you're doing now that maybe you could recommend to other people?
Okay. Yes. Okay. When I wake up, I have time to. That's my me time. I wake up super early in the morning. But I have to wake up super early for work anyway.
Show people your sweatshirt for your business logo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Q buys houses. Is that tight or what? Is that gold or silver?
It's gold. It's gold.
I love it, brother. That is tight.
Black and gold. Black and gold.
Love it. I mean, I interrupted you about your rituals, but
no, it's all right.
Since we showed your sweatshirt, and I'm going to post this at the bottom of the video when I post it. Tell everybody, you know, maybe there are cash buyers on here. Maybe there are other wholesalers that maybe you could joint venture with. Tell them where you're doing deals, and then you'll give me how we could reach you, and you could say how we could reach you, and they could reach out to you. And hell no, we could probably make some money, bro. I want my little 10%.
No, definitely. Always get referral fees, yo. Get those referral fees. No, definitely. Right now I'm working in Westchester County. I'm finishing up my first flip in Scarsdale. Yeah. I partnered with my buyer. In Scarsdale. Yeah. So yeah, you're from New York. Yeah, so you know. Yeah, you know.
That's not a
you're
joke,
from New York, you know.
I know.
Westchester County, Putnam County. I'm finishing up my first flip. I partnered with my buyer. If you have time, I get into how I structured that one because it's
let's do it. Let's talk about how, because this is when I talk about mindset, that when you get clear on what you want, okay? Like if you say I want to do so and so wholesale deals, I want to, you know, make $200,000 this year, okay? But what are you gonna do with that money when you get it? So that helps you get aligned, okay? Yeah. Get clear on it. Maybe you want to do a couple of flips, but you don't have to necessarily worry about how, okay? You just have to believe that you're going to do it, and then you keep your options open for opportunities. That you keep your ear open, right?
Yeah.
Keep your options open for opportunities. Be mindful of them, and you know, what's the word?
I got something to say about. I think opportunities are always around us. This world is so abundant, but when you're on a higher frequency, like you said, you notice them.
Yes.
That's the difference.
Yes.
When you're operating on a lower frequency, you're worried about everything else. You're worried about how I'm gonna pay my bills, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that. Oh my God, the kids. Like your focus was on everything else. So opportunities is just whizzing by you.
Yes.
At lightning speed. You don't even exactly. You don't even see it. It's like bullets just whizzing by you.
Yes.
You don't even know what's going on.
Yes,
but when you get in tune and you get aligned and you get clear, like you said, you get focused and you get clear on what your goals is. And I think you said this earlier, people know what they don't want, but when you ask somebody what they want, they don't know. And they give some big, I want to be happy. Everybody wants to be happy, but how? But how are you going to get happy? What makes you happy?
Yes.
Like, oh, I want money. Okay, here's an extra $1. Yeah, you got more money. There you go.
Brother, you are just like,
yeah, you have to get clear and concise with what you want. Like my goal is to make $500,000 this year. I wrote it in my journal, and I'm trying to hit that goal as hard as I can. I'm working towards it, and I tell myself I read my goal every day. You know, so just to keep it fresh.
So I'm gonna advise you on how to get aligned with that, and then I want you to talk about how that Scars deal happened, and then we'll talk about numbers and structure and all that good stuff. Okay, so you want to make $500,000 a year. I mean, this year. Okay. So in order to do that, that's it's approximately $50,000 a month, like 40 and change.
Yeah.
Okay. So focus on the monthly goal. Okay. Believe that it's already here. Feel that how you're already going to feel when you get there. And think about how is $500,000 Quintin, how does $500,000 Quintin carry himself? How does he spend his time? What is he gonna, what charities is he gonna give back to? Okay? Because what you have to do is what happens is because we're all programmed wrong, we have so much information that's still garbage. Okay? So in order to make room for that unlimited belief system, you have to release the garbage. Release it. Okay? Like say it's gone, gone, gone. Okay? It's diminishing in your brain. Okay? So therefore what you're doing is you're expanding your belief system. Okay? To know that you are more than capable of doing it. Okay? But because we've been programmed, and all of us have, myself as well, man. Okay? Yeah. Like I'm a work in progress too, man. We all are. Okay? Is that you have to open yourself up to expand your belief system. Because if you don't really believe that, I could be Quintin, $1 million man, $500,000 Quintin in 2020, then you're blocking it. So I want you to already think about how you're going to spend that money and be honest with yourself how you're going to spend it. Okay? Maybe you don't have to say, oh my God, I'm going to give, half of that money to a charity. Okay? Like, get real. Like maybe you want to buy yourself something cute. Okay. Yeah. Like, and go on the month to month. So if you're going to have $40,000 for the month or $45,000 for the month.
And break that down to weeks.
Yes. And then think about how you're going to spend it. Are you going to put something in savings? Are you going to give extra to a family member? Are you going to put this away for here? Think about how you're going to spend it. Okay. So you understand that it's not, so your mind gets used to it. Like you're already that $500,000 Quintin or multi-million dollar Quintin, okay? Because when you reach for 500,000, it's quite possible that you're going to exceed that. Yeah. Okay? So I want you could do the monthly, get aligned with how you're going to do that monthly 40 or 45K, and then you could do weekly. But when you're dealing in wholesale deals, a lot of times,
monthly.
It's a lot of it's monthly, okay? Yeah. And then every month, your alignment can change because maybe 1 month you say, okay, I want this money because there's a good deal. And if I get this, I could partner with so-and-so again. And I'm going to use 20,000 of that or 30,000 of that to partner. And the, 5 I'm going to throw back into marketing. And the other 5 is paying bills or whatever the hell. Okay. And then the next month might be for something else. Okay. And then, and so on. It's called where we are works in progress. And every month is a different alignment because we change. Yeah. And then once you're multi-million, once you're like the $5 million, $10 million Quintin, your alignment is going to be completely different. Yeah. Okay. You might be like, oh my God, I want to open, a nonprofit for young kids and I want to be able to do this. And like, you have to get aligned. The higher power did not put you here in vain. We all have greatness. But you have to do your work inside to tap into it and get it out to the world. And you're just you're evolving, but you're still like a little baby soul, man. You still have so much, you still have so much more to give, bro. But I see it in your eyes. Like right now, I feel like you're at the point, and I tend to talk too much sometimes when I get excited. Okay, and I tend to digress.
No, we love it. We love it. That's why we follow you.
Okay. So, and then this is what happens, because now I digress and I lost my train of thought. But I was saying that you're like a little baby soul. You still have so much to give. But this is what I was saying. I feel like you are still kind of like, you believe it because you're doing it, but you're still, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I still feel like you're like, wow, I'm doing this. Wow, I'm doing this. Wow, I just expanded to Raleigh. Wow, I'm doing this. Like, I feel like you, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you're still in like the wow mode that you're like creating the life that you're journaling about.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because when I closed my first deal, I went back in my journal and it was trippy. because I wrote my first deal would be $5,000, and my first check was $5,000, and
Yeah.
that tripped me out so hard. And I'm like, yo, like this is like it's like wow, like you said, like, it's wow.
Yeah.
That's why I write in my journal all the time. I write my goals down. Like
I get it, bro. I get it. I have a ton of
So
jobs.
no, you're right. I'm still in wow mode. Yeah, I'm still in.
But that's when you're like, oh my God, I need to take that driver's seat even further, bro.
Yeah.
Step on that gas.
Yeah. Let's put some gasoline on that
Right?
fire.
So, but like, that's why I tell you that the work in the mind has to be continually done every month for you to continue to grow and evolve. Okay. So with that goal, that's going to help you with that goal. Okay. Because I don't want you to start thinking, oh my God, oh my God, this seems too good to be true. What's going to happen? And now you're like putting that down. Okay. And listen, we're all human. Okay.
Yeah.
So when it happens, it's just like, pull the wheels back and be like, oh, hell to the no.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Okay. So, all right. So exciting. And keep me posted on that goal. I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay. Let's talk about, first of all, Scarsdale is an expensive market. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's tell people about this market. Okay. Because we are not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. Okay.
Yes. It is an expensive market. And I actually found this deal driving for dollars. I wasn't really driving for dollars. I was actually just going to Trader Joe's. But I was kind of like a mix, like I'm going to Trader Joe's, but hey, while I'm out, let me just drive around this area and see what's going on.
Yes, that's what I tell people to do. Take it out. Keep those eyes open, bro.
Keep those eyes open. And then, so, and then I used to Scarsdale's an expensive area. So there's very nice homes, large homes, beautiful homes, beautiful landscape and everything like that. So, crap.
It's okay.
Hello?
Keeping it moving. I see you
sorry.
back, bro.
I'm sorry. Something just came and popped up.
So,
all right. So, yeah. So I was, oh, man. Hold on.
It's all right. You guys on my channel know that when my dogs bark, we keep it real.
Yeah, we keep it real.
Okay, I don't flip it and reverse it. It's we're okay. If you're a certain age, you know who that is. Okay, that's Missy Elliott. Shame on you if you don't. Okay, but we keep it rolling. The show must go on, boo boo. We're gonna deal with it. The show must go on. I know you're there. It's gonna come back in a second.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Hopefully it's over. All right. So I was driving for dollars. It came up. I mean, I seen this for sale by owner sign, and now this house it's not like one of the big grander homes. It's one of the small homes, but it's still. This home probably still is worth like ARV is probably worth like $875 to $950-ish range or whatever. So I seen the FSBO. I jotted the number down real quick, continued on with my day. Later on that day, I texted him. I called him first, he didn't pick up. So I just sent the text.
You texted who now?
I texted the owner, the owner that listed, that had because he just had a for sale sign in his yard. So I called him, he didn't answer. I texted the number or whatever, and then so he's going back and forth with text. I'm doing my spiel, and I'm at dinner with my wife. So she's looking at me like, yo, get off your phone, please. And I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get this money.
Money never sleeps, bro. Didn't you see Wholesale? Money never sleeps.
So we texting, and then he's even telling me, he's like, yeah, I get these calls all the time. I don't think this is gonna work for you and stuff like that, or whatever. So then I forgot exactly what I text back, but I text something that prompted him to call me.
Bro, so you better tweak that mind and think about what you texted him, okay? Because people are gonna watch this video and be like, what the hell prompted him, bro? Are you trying to keep that like as an ancient Chinese secret, bro?
Nah, it's not an ancient Chinese secret. No, oh, okay. Let me give me a second. Let me think what I said to him. I think I said something on the lines of. I said something along the lines of like, well, I know you probably get bombarded with these calls, but why don't you allow me the opportunity to check the house out for myself and I can let you know if it's a fit for my business model or not. Something to that extent.
Okay. Okay, cool.
So he prompted, he called me, and then he started asking me all these questions like, well, what are you, a realtor? What are you like? Right. So I told him, no, I'm an investor or whatever. And I think his wife or his sister was a realtor, and they knew about wholesaling. So he was like, oh, well, if you're a wholesaler, this is not going to work for you. There's not enough spread on it for you or something like that. And I said, well, sir, like I said, I'm like, we could buy the house, we could fix and flip it. I'm like, that's just the exit strategy. I'm still an investor. I come to the house, let me see the house, and then I could take it from there. And I'm like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. No harm, no foul.
Right. And
he's like, all right. He's like, come by tomorrow morning because I got to go to LA tomorrow. I'm like, all right, fine.
All right.
So I'm like, all right.
Okay.
So since it was so short notice, my wife had to go to work. Couldn't find nobody to watch my daughter. That ended up being a blessing because I brought her with me, and like he took to her like nothing. Like he like she
that rapport.
Like, she actually, huh?
It helped you with rapport.
It was instant rapport. It was instant rapport with her, and so like we checking out the house, and me and him was both in rapport because he has kids her age. So we just talking. We're not even talking about the house. We were walking through the house. I'm not even taking pictures or nothing. We just walking through the house talking and stuff like that. And then so he's like, he's like, yo, because we was talking. He's like, yo, I gotta get ready for my flight. I'm like, all right. So he's like, so what's your offer? So I wasn't sure like what to offer. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get back to you.
Yeah.
And then, I provide you with a fair offer. And he was like, well, actually.
Let me rewind for a second, okay?
Okay, good.
That's one of the things that I tell my people to do. Okay. First of all, when you're dealing with a house, that's one of the biggest financial investments that a person will make in their life. Okay. So I actually encourage my people, and I do this as well, is I am not going to make you an offer right out of the gate. And I am not going to make you an offer over the phone. And the reason why is because I want them to let them know that I'm serious. And I need to do my due diligence. And I'm not just trying to throw mud at the wall to see what sticks with this lowball offer. And it's funny that you said, I want to make you a fair, quote unquote, fair, okay, offer, because I tell my people, as myself, I like the word fair. So, because once you tell someone that you're an investor, they automatically think that you're going to lowball them. Okay, you're going to be a shark, and you're just going to like blah, blah, blah. So I like to remind them, okay, listen, I need to do my due diligence, and, I'm going to base it on, as much comparables and proximity to your home. So therefore, I have the ability to make you a fair offer. Okay. And with that being said, then in their mind, they're like, okay, he's different. She's different. She's actually taking her time, and, she's doing her homework. It's not like, okay, I'm going to offer you $550.
Yeah.
$550, bro. You take $550. 60 ARV, 60% ARV. So anyway, so go ahead. I needed to enter because that's so far, bro. I'm not surprised that you got the deal because so far, so good. Loving this. Tell me more. So you said, right? Okay, I have to, go back and I'm gonna
have to go back and do that. And then he was like, you know what? He's like, all right, listen. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you. He said, I have an offer on the table already. He said, I actually was gonna accept the offer today, but I'm giving you a shot. So he was like, listen, I don't mean to put a shot clock on you, but he's like, if you can have that offer in by the time I board the plane, because I'm gonna make my decision or whatever.
Oh shoot.
So he put the shot clock on me. So I'm like,
but you think, was he being honest, you think?
Huh?
Was your gut telling you, was he like being honest? Because some people
my gut told me he was being honest. My gut told me, and I believe he was being honest because me and him still speak to this day.
I believe it.
And he actually referred me to that person, so that person is added on my cash buyers list. So
can we say alignment? Oh my God. Can we say alignment, Quintin? You are just like shooting out. Okay. So now you have to go back. You need to do your homework. Okay. So tell me what you're doing. So you're like, holy-ish.
So I'm like, holy-ish. So I go back right? And I'm pulling comps, and then like I'm just doing everything, and then I call a trusted cash buyer that I met, like a trusted cash buyer. They were introduced to me. Their reputation precedes them. They do a lot of volume in Westchester. So I called them and I said, hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have this under contract yet, but tell me what's the most you would like. What would you pay for this property? Just give me a ballpark figure, something like this.
Let me
right?
interrupt for a second, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things that I have done too, and I learned from my cash buyers.
Yeah,
They taught me, okay, about the market, okay? And then when you say trusted cash buyer, that's right, because they're trusted because you know that they're not going to go around you. And it's like real estate is a relationship, business, okay? So you know the guys that are buying a lot and they're going to guide you. Like I've gotten so much guidance, and it's like, okay, so now I know kind of like where I should be, okay? Mm-hmm. Kind of if this guy is like the real deal, because some of those home cash buyers are like they're in la la land, okay?
Yeah, they're not a real deal.
Okay, they're not the real deal. So no, it's all good, Quintin. So all right, so far so good, bro. This sounds very familiar to like my trajectory.
Yeah, so I called them, and then oh my goodness.
All good.
No, I switched to my phone because it was better, and then that's my wife blowing up my phone right now.
Oh, okay. That's what we're doing. We're inspiring people, brother. Yeah, we're inspiring, mama.
Okay, she's just not gonna let me go.
Why don't you text her back and let her know?
Yeah, yeah.
So, just so you guys know, to add on to what Quintin was saying, is that when he says he bounced the deal off to a trusted cash buyer, okay, that's when you have like your buyers list, and you know that this guy is not going to go around you, and he wants the deal, and you're taking his insight as like, okay, so you kind of know where to go. And you could also do that when you're doing searches on the MLS. Okay, if you have access to the MLS, you could search closed deals that were closed with cash. Okay, and use certain keywords, and then you could see. And so I'm not going to go into the keywords right now because Quintin is back. Okay, technical difficulties, but take the floor, brother. Okay, so you spoke to your trusted cash buyer.
I spoke to my trusted, and make sure they trusted. Make sure they're trusted.
That's the key word.
Trusted. Yeah.
Okay, but once they go around your back, blacklisted. It's all good. Listen, we are getting so much heat tonight that people are not going to care about this technical difficulty.
I hope not.
They're not going to care.
This is not going according to plan. Nah.
It doesn't matter. Okay? The show must go on, darling. Okay? So you spoke to your trusted buyer.
Yeah, I spoke to my trusted buyer, right? And then my trusted buyer was in Martha's Vineyard. So it's a she. And she's like, well, I can't not give you that answer right now because I'm nowhere near my computer, so I can't do that. So I'm like, oh, crap. So
she was away on vacay, man.
She was away on vacay.
You have like hours to get this done.
Yeah, I had hours. And then I was actually targeting her because she does high-end luxury properties.
Okay.
So she was my targeted buyer for this deal. So I wound up calling them back, right? Minutes before you get on the plane. I think his flight was leaving at 3:30 or something like that. I called them like at 3:05 or something like that. So I was like, hey, listen, sorry, but I'm not going to be able to make an offer because whatever. And then he was like, you know what? He's like, yo, just submit an offer. He's like, yo, just submit the offer. Don't worry about it. Just submit it whenever you can. Just submit it. So I'm like, okay, all right. So I gave us time.
Okay.
So I did my due diligence.
He liked you, bro.
Yeah.
He liked you. So when you talk about rapport, man, Quintin built that rapport, bro. Okay. And whatever the higher power, man, bringing his daughter worked. And when people do business with people they trust. Okay. And they have like a vibe with. And obviously, you had a connection with this guy, or else he would have been like, all right, bro, peace out. I'm going to accept the other offer and go on the plane.
Yeah.
So you did something during that walkthrough to help you build trust. Okay. And that's why you still talk to him. So that's because, bro, you have the light. So,
Yeah.
and for those of you that are involved, you'll know what I'm talking about, okay? It means that he's honest. It means that, he's, coming from good. He has no malicious intent. He's not trying to be a shark. Hence the fair offer, like keeping it real.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, so Monday morning, I come up with my numbers, and then I reach out to my cash buyer just to make sure I was okay, just to make sure I was on track.
Yeah.
He was on track.
Yeah.
So we submitted the offer in, and then so he calls me back, and then he's like, all right. He was like, you know what? I kind of figured, because he wanted $675 for the house.
Okay.
He came in.
Let's rewind
Okay.
for a second.
Okay.
Okay. So he wanted $675, but how is the condition of the home? So you're saying, let's rewind. It was in an area that has like bigger, more luxurious homes.
Yes.
And his house already is like in the 800 mark.
Yeah.
And houses in that area are probably in the million mark or more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that's definitely already a value add property. Okay. So how big was the lot, or is the lot?
The lot is a little bit like a third of an acre.
Okay. And is that comparable to everything else in that subdivision?
In that subdivision, yeah, it's pretty comparable. Everything was about a quarter to a third of an acre.
Okay. So at the end of the day,
except for one neighbor. One neighbor has like a big, he's like a Saudi prince or something like that. One of them.
Shoot.
Yeah, one of them.
So he had like another block. He had a street.
Yeah. No, he has like the whole, he has like one, if I could show you, I would. It's insane.
I believe you. Okay, so he had like 3 blocks.
Yeah, exactly.
10 blocks.
Yeah.
Okay? He had the whole 10-acre part of that subdivision.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm saying this is because when you think about lots and then you think about value add, this is how an investor thinks. Okay? So for example, if this was a house that was maybe super tiny on an acre lot, and the rest of the subdivision had quarter-acre lots, if you dealt with a builder, they might be like, okay, I'll subdivide that into quarter-acre lots, and I'll put 4 houses on there. Okay, so you have to put your mind, as an investor, and you'll learn from investors. Your trusted investors, you'll learn from them, and it helps you grow into the investor that you're going to be. Okay, so all right, so now this house is like $800,000. The size is not as big as the rest on the block, but what's the condition? Is it updated or is it dated?
No, it was dated.
It was dated.
It was dated. This property was dated.
So now, okay, so he wanted, how much did he want?
$675.
Okay, and the ARV is approximately 8.
High 8s to low 9s.
Okay, and then
if it was fully completely updated, bells and whistles, blah blah, boom, yeah.
Okay. And you offered what?
We offered him $560.
Okay.
We offered them $560.
And what were the terms?
Terms were quick close, all closing costs except for the title tax or transfer tax.
Okay.
He was responsible for his own taxes, transfer tax, but all closing costs, 21-day closing, and that was it. Yeah, as is.
All cash.
Yeah, all cash.
Was there was there an inspection contingency? Were there any contingencies?
Just the clean title contingency.
Title contingency.
Just
and
the title.
Was it 5 business days, 10 business days?
5 business days. I think 3 business days. We had 3 business days.
Okay, so that was competitive. That's competitive.
Yeah.
Okay, so the partner that you're working with is obviously seasoned, and they were ready to go.
She was ready to go.
And I love that it's a she. Yes.
Yeah.
Mama from another Nita. Okay. There are women.
It's so many women in real estate. Sidebar, killing it.
Yeah.
There are so many women. So to all the women investors watching, women are killing it.
Yes,
women are killing this game. Yes. Because sidebar, I met her husband first. I thought he's not the brains of the operation. She's the brains of the operation.
Right. Listen, as they say, behind every strong man is a stronger woman. Okay, let's keep it real. Okay, love that you shared that, bro. Okay. So, all right. So you offered what again?
We offered $560.
Did he accept it?
he offered 560, and then he came back and he said, you're not the high. He said, that's not, I have a higher offer. But he said, you're not that far off. So he said, I have an offer for 575. He said, I'm not going to ask you to match them. But he said, if you could come up a bit, then we have a deal. And I said, well, what?
Hold on a second. But why do you think that he didn't just take theirs? Were your terms better, you think?
I don't know. I don't know why.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I know he did mention that he said I had a more, it was rapport, honestly.
100%.
Because he kind of said that. He said it in a way, he was just like, you was more down to earth. He said that person they just came in, walked the property, checked stuff off, and it was like, all right, here's my offer.
So sidebar, okay, this is a really important point, and this is what I tell my people too, okay, is that don't go in there like a shark, okay?
Or a robot.
Or a robot, okay? Because people feel your energy. They feel it, okay? And if you're just going do and you're doing the low ball and you don't build any type of rapport with them, like I told you, people do business with people they trust, okay? So that even though they just met you, they have to have a certain level of trust in their gut that you're going to do right by them. And it's happened to me many times, and it's happened to a few of my students where they were like, Jen, I wasn't even the highest offer, but they accepted mine because they said ABC. Because what do I always tell you guys? I say add value wherever possible. Add value. You're dealing with a human being, okay? This is not just like a property, a business transaction. I understand it's a business transaction, but you're dealing with people, okay? And you have to remember that. Add value, okay? Quintin is another example that I've done that so many times. My students, it's just like, wow. So, all right. So go ahead. So now he was like, all right. He's like, you're not that far.
So he's like, you're not that far. He's like, I don't want you to match him. But he's like, if you could come up a bit or whatever. So I was like, well, what does that mean? I'm like, what does a bit mean? I'm like, all right, you want what? $561? Like, what does that mean? And he laughed, he laughed. He was like, nah.
Like, be clear, Mr. Seller.
Yeah.
Be clear.
He laughed. So he's like, well, can you come up to 570? And I was like, I don't think we could come up to 570, and stuff like that. I'm like, we're a smaller, family-owned business, family-operated, we do a few flips or whatever, just selling them like that personal. Yeah, and selling them that personal thing. Like, listen, we're personal. We're not like some big corporation with deep pockets that can just throw money anywhere and whatever and stuff like that. And then, so he was like, all right. So he's like, what about 565? And then I was like, all right. I'm like, let me go back to my partners. Let me go back to my partners and see what's going on. All right. So now I knew my spread was in danger. So I knew my spread was in danger.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
Yeah. So I knew my spread was in danger. So what I did was, when I went back to my partners, or when I went back to the buyer, I told them, like, listen, he countered. And I'm like, I would eat that. I would eat that for my spread, right? But I want to be a part of this flip.
So what was your spread at the point? So when he's talking, just so you guys know, okay, because, he's Mr. Professional Q now.
No.
Okay, so when he says spread, he's talking about your assignment fee, for those who are new. Okay, he's talking about his assignment fee. So if it takes a 560 offer and he incorporated a 20K fee, then maybe he's only going to get 15 or 10 or 5, okay? Maybe he had it really tight. But his spread essentially is the assignment fee.
The assignment fee. Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, you cleared that up.
I love the story. It's amazing, though. It's like I'm on like a suspense thriller, honey.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. So then, well, she wanted 570. She was like that would be her max, 570. So I built in the 10K. So I'm like, I built in a 10K. I didn't want to like go too low with them. So I'm like, let me just do 560 at 10K, get my 10 and get out of here. So like I said, now I knew it was in danger. And then so I told her, I'm like, listen, he countered back, and I'm like, I'll eat the difference, because I won't go try to just find somebody else that could pay more. I'm like, I'll eat that, but I want to be a part of this flip. I'm like, I want to learn the business. I want to learn how to flip. I want to know how you manage the property, like, you know, where you get everything from, like where you get your finishings. I want to know it all and stuff like that. And I'm like, listen, if you need me to grab a hammer and some nails, I'll do that too. I'm like, I want to learn. And then I'm like, we can negotiate something on the back end. And then she looked at me and she said, you really want to learn this business? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, okay, you have a deal. And then wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That was it. That's all she wrote.
You guys see that, okay? Now, did Quintin have a ton of money to go into an $800,000 property, or really for this it was 500 and something? Okay, no. But what was it? It was called creativity, and it was called he created that opportunity because he asked. Okay, ask and you shall receive. Be creative. If you never ask, you will never know. You will never receive. Okay, so now she's like, all right, game on. Now you're going to be partnering with this deal. So now, like, what were the terms of the deal? Like, so did you actually like bring money to the table? Was it all sweat equity to the deal? How?
No, all sweat equity. At closing, I got a check. I got a check for $5,000, and then
something's better than nothing.
Something's better than nothing. Yeah, no.
And not only that, it's a huge learning experience.
Yeah, no, definitely. That was my first deal. So that was the best $5,000 I ever made in my life.
Right. And what that deal did was it allowed you to say, I could do this.
Yeah.
And I could do it again. So now that belief was no longer fake. You know, because I always tell people, write a check to yourself and make believe you already received that check, how you're going to feel. Now you know how you're going to feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's when, okay. So listen, when you're in a -5 vibrational frequency and you're trying to make your vibrational frequency high, I'm always telling you to try to evoke a feeling. Okay. To go back to something when you were really excited and really take how you think you're going to feel when you get to a certain point. Okay. Once that point happens, your frequency is higher. So now you are in mad creation mode because your vibrational frequency is higher. When you're in a higher vibrational frequency, you just closed a deal. Your belief system is this high now. That's when you need to redo your vision board. That's when you need to redo your goals. That's when you need to really go deep into your gratitude journal. Okay, the intention side, the goals. Okay, for those of you that follow me, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into it because we're talking about so much right now that takes too long. Okay, because you're in that frequency. And I'm going to tell you that the universe loves speed. Time is something that we're saying that, okay, it's going to take me 20 years to make that much money. Okay? Time to make the donuts. Gotta wake up. Like, it's like, no. Okay, that's what society programs you. When you're in that frequency, okay, you're in creation mode. And obviously you are in momentum now, Quintin.
Yeah.
You have caught that momentum.
Yeah.
And okay, and you're not letting it die. You're just like, boom, loop, 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 loop. Like, it's incredible. Like, this makes me so excited because I know how that feels. And you're like, you're on the wave. It's like you're riding a wave. And you're like, but it is scary. You know, like, you're like, this is a little scary. Like, you know, something like, because as humans, we're programmed, like, what's going to happen? Okay. Yeah. There's always something that, could potentially happen, but that's what mindset's about. It's there to lift you back. Remember, you have to be in control and lift yourself up because it's never going to be perfect as an entrepreneur. Okay. So now you just created an amazing opportunity. Okay. In an amazing market. Okay. With a partner that you're probably going to do a lot of deals with now.
Oh, she feeds me leads.
Oh,
she feeds me leads. So
so she feeds you leads to go because maybe she needs you on her team essentially. Yeah. So now it's like you guys are like a teammate because like
we have like a loose kind of partnership. I still have my own thing going, but I do work with her. So yeah, she sends me leads, either leads that she don't want, like for whatever reason, like they don't fit her model. So she sends them to me and she just tells me, hey, kick me back a little percentage if you close on them. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's how this is, though. That's why when Quintin was saying there's abundance all around, there is. Okay, there is. You just have to open yourself up to receive. And that's what he did from the inside. And now his outside is showing what he's done the work on the inside. You understand? So crazy. So that's so exciting. So now how many months are you into that Scarsdale deal? Where are you at in that?
Okay, well, we're actually cleaning up. We're cleaning up and we'll be showing next week.
Oh my God, so you're ready to sell.
Yeah, we're ready. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready to go.
Okay, this is actually, so all right. So I'm going to send you positive energy so you sell in the first 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Asking or over asking. Okay. So obviously, to do the quick sale price, don't price it too high that you're chasing the market. You guys already know the deal. So that's so exciting. And would you say that, all of this, what's in your world right now, is a big part of it is because you had the proper mindset? Like you really did the work inside?
Most definitely. Because like I said, I had no problem hustling. I had no problem getting up early, driving for dollars. I had no problem handwriting mailers till my fingers bleed, or cold calling numbers till my ears bleed. I had no problem doing any of that stuff. It's just like the mindset just wasn't there. Like, and I had the mindset also helped me to become abundant and realize money is the byproduct of solving someone else's problem.
Yes.
So when you focus on the money, now I'm not saying don't not to be about money and all stuff like that.
No,
money
course.
Is good, but focus on when I wake up, I say, whose problem I'm gonna solve today.
Yes.
I don't but because the money's a byproduct. I know if I could help you solve your problem via wholesale and real estate, I know the check is gonna come.
Yes.
The check is there. The check is built in with the problem solving. So it's about helping people and it's about solving problems. And remember the phone call I had to tell you about?
What?
The phone call I told you I had an amazing phone call.
Yes, tell me.
Let me tell you this real quick. I didn't get a deal out of it or anything like that, but I called the, what list was this? A pre-foreclosure list.
Okay.
So I was cold calling. I get this lady, and then so she's like, I asked for her husband, right? I asked for her husband, and she's like, he's not here and stuff. So I had her name as the second owner. So I'm like, well, is this such and such? She's like, yeah, it's me. And I'm like, oh, well, are you interested in selling your home or whatever? So then, and she just straight went berserk on me. Like she went berserk. Like she's like, my husband died, and I'm making my mortgage payments, and I'm tired of y'all calling me. Right. And then she hung up. And I could kind of hear her frustration and crying. Right. So I was going back and forth, asking, I didn't want to. I'm like, should I call her back? I wasn't sure if I wanted to call her back or not. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna call her back. So I called her back, and then she picked up the phone, but she didn't say anything. And I'm like, ma'am, don't hang up. I'm like, I just called you, but I wanted to let you know that there's still good people in this world. And I'm like, I'm one of those good people. And I'm like, you don't have to go through this alone. I'm like, I know how it is to lose someone, and I could feel your pain or whatever. And I just wanted to let you know there's good people. And if you ever need to talk to anyone, here's my personal number. You could give me a call. And then she just broke down crying, and she was like, yo, thank you so much. She was like, thank you so much.
Because
thank you so much.
You treated her like a human being and not a number, a property, a transaction. Okay? And that sets you apart. And Quintin, that is so...
I was boo-hooing with her a little bit. A little tear came down my eye.
I believe it, because that's so heart-wrenching. That's like a tearjerker, bro.
Yeah.
But that's why you're where you are right now, bro. And that's why, yes, your goal is to make, $500,000 this year. But I guarantee you that in 5 years, you're going to be a multimillionaire. And I'm not talking about monetary. I'm saying that your spirit, you're going to grow and evolve. And you're going to help so many people, okay, along the way. And you're just gonna be like, holy cow. And it's just like, it's so beautiful just to see how you've evolved just from that phone, you know?
Yeah.
And you were like a little bit skeptical when I was like saying, you know, you could be a co-creator.
Yeah,
So,
I wasn't ready for that yet.
you weren't ready. But you know what they say, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So you weren't 100% ready, but you took what I said and, you know, you did your own homework, you know, you did your own homework, you studied, you know, everyone has more than one person that helps them grow and evolve. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm honored and privileged that I was part of that awakening. Okay. And I'm so excited for you, bro. Like, this journey is incredible. The thing is that when you're living an authentic life, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you're aligned and you're in an authentic space, it's you're inspired to wake up because you're like, holy cow, what am I going to create today? What opportunity is going to come my way? Whose problem am I going to solve? Okay, like, it's exciting. Okay, you're not like just like a zombie waking up, you know, going to work, eat breakfast, go to work, come home, watch TV, to go to sleep, blah blah blah, blah, and you're numb. You're like, what problem am I going to solve? What am I going to create? You're inspired.
Yeah.
Okay. And I see that in you. And it's so exciting, bro. Okay. And like, I just see so many good things for you. Like, I know I'm going to get like an update out of the blue. And you're going to be like, oh my God, girl, I just bought a freaking 30-unit property. And it's going to be ABC 1, 2, 3. And, you know, I wasn't even trying to do it, girl. What happened? What's this? Because listen, when you're in alignment, a lot of things become effortless.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a push. Okay, and that's one of the things that I had to learn because I'm a workaholic and I like to work to the bone. But you have to understand, if you're spiritual, you may not understand this, that a flower doesn't struggle to open, it just blooms. Okay, and that's us. Just be. Just be. Okay. So with that said, bro, unless you have so do you have any other books to recommend? And then I want you to drop down your information for any cash buyers, for any people, you know, in the Westchester area or your new market that you're working in. Maybe other wholesales to JV with you. Who knows?
Yeah,
right?
definitely. No competition. No competition, only collaboration.
Yes, bro. That's okay. He says no competition, only collaboration, because what is that? It's an abundant mindset. He doesn't come from lack. Okay. If you're like, oh my God, I can't work with you, you're gonna steal my deals, then you know what? You're coming from a lack. You are blocking your blessings, honey. Okay. Okay, because it's a ton of abundance for all of us. So, oh my God, this was an amazing, amazing interview. I had no idea that you were gonna tell me about that Scarsdale deal. Okay, that's like a little monkey wrench. Exciting. You know, about how your mindset and you grew. But okay, so tell people how they could contact you, my friend.
Okay, well, you can follow me on Instagram. It's invest_or_die. Also, I have another Instagram. It's too long. I'm not even gonna say it. But if you follow Investor Die, you'll get to the other one.
And you can give it to me. You'll email me all your information, and I'll put it.
I'll email you. Yeah, but it's the Legend of Harvard Q. That's the other Instagram. You can find Facebook Q Grant. And I'm on like all social media platforms, LinkedIn, everything. So
yeah,
you can find me.
Beautiful.
I'm not hard. I'm easy to find.
Okay, so listen, if you have a deal in the Westchester area, hook up with Quintin, man. He may have a bar. You guys can make money together. Okay, he's opening up in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're in that area, listen, maybe you guys could collab. Okay, you just never know. The sky's the limit, man. Okay, and you're dealing with someone you guys could learn and grow. No one knows everything. Nobody knows everything. I don't care who you are. There is always something to learn. Okay, so there's a collaboration is always someone, both of you learning and growing in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so Quintin, I want to thank you so much. First of all, thank you for being patient because we were supposed to do this a long time ago. Okay, so thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Bro, of course. Thank you for sharing. You're gonna be inspiring so many people. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for your journey. I can't wait for the updates. I know they're gonna be exciting. Like, I'm a little bit scared in a good way. Okay. So with that said, don't leave yet, okay? Because I
Okay.
want information. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this interview, and I hope that you understand that you are in control of your journey, okay? Because you saw how Quintin, okay, he went from incarceration to closing deals, bro, okay? And abundant mindset, and he's on his journey to like his dream life. Like, he's already in his dream life now. Now it's just like evolving, progressing, and growing, okay, and giving and growing. It's just like, oh my God. So with that said, guys, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being patient because we ran a little bit long, but that's what happens, man. Okay, you just don't know what's gonna happen. So remember that you're a co-creator. If you feel stuck, focus on gratitude. Okay, take action. Learn to rest, not to quit. I'm gonna leave Quintin's information down below if you're interested. And have a beautiful night, guys. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. Mwah! Cheers to your success.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Quintin.